All rise to the honorable honore. Court is in session. That was a poor attempt, but I'll let y'all continue. Prosecutor, present your first statement.
The prosecution may now proceed. Bueno, thank you. Thank you, Your Honor. Okay, so, fellas, we got to get something out of the way, which is probably our statements exiting last podcast regarding segment 1, which was we thought this game would be quote unquote easy, simple, and nothing to really worry about. So even though our week 3 prediction for the game was way off, I think there's a major exception to our prediction, which is the CeeDee Lamb injury, which was and will continue to be a major blow to the Dallas football Cowboys. So I would just like to clear our name, first of all, that. Defense, what say you?
The defense agrees.
Okay, I just felt like we had to defend our honor a little bit there. Nevertheless, all right, let's proceed on to point 2. Your Honor, I would like to put in a gag order on any reference to the Cowboys defense from here going forward, because until there's a personnel change, there's nothing new to discuss.
Your Honor, what's this man talking about over there?
Oh, I'll let the prosecutor elaborate, because I think I know where he's going with this.
I just don't feel like there's nothing we could talk about when it comes to this defense being trash. I mean, we can get upset and get annoyed by them, but really, I'm not really interested in having a conversation about this defense until, like I said, some players are flipped out, or even if some certain people get their way and get this coordinator out of here. Otherwise, I don't have time to keep talking about this defense, guys. They're trash.
Eberflus can do. There's no scheme change possible.
To me, no. Other than getting other guys in there.
What's even the point of having the DC then? You can't change anything.
Wait, I'll say that
or
again.
Ian, in the past, you've talked about how it took a while for Zimmer's scheme to come together. Mm-hmm. You don't even want to defend that. Hey, they're still learning the system, or that Eberflus can make changes. You're saying outright, let's just not talk about the defense until we can somehow change our personnel, which is not going to happen. So we're just not talking about the defense at all?
Yeah, so my point previously still stands. I mean, it's going to be the same until, like I said previously, until November. And I think they can still learn the scheme and it could improve about that time in November, get this team of the defense play with Eberflus. But like I said, man, I'm just going to keep saying that same line over and over again until November comes. And then I will say definitively, like, let's get this guy out of here if we're not seeing any improvement. But yeah, I don't want to have this conversation over and over again.
You didn't like Reddy or Wanye being brought into the game?
Well, that would be a personnel change. So
why
I guess if you want to talk
about they're making moves.
So he came in for 4
Your
plays.
Honor, tell this man he's overreacting on his gag order.
Rudy, I agree with what you're kind of leaning towards, but let's not forget that there's been no personnel change in the linebacking core. The trio of Stinky Sanborn, Damone Clark, and K9 ain't getting it done, and we knew that.
Yeah, well, before the season, there's a lot of hyping up of the linebackers by you two. I'm gonna point that out now.
You think I was hyping up Kenneth Murray and Damone Clark?
Sanborn. I will say I was hyping up Sanborn. Yeah, I was hyping up Sanborn.
Sanborn's the best of the worst. The other two are just
don't want to be
horrible.
That's all I'm saying. No, but I don't think the issue – I know you brought up the linebackers. I think we've focused on the secondary being the issue, and the 2 subs that I pointed out were in the secondary. I don't think you even – I mean, while we can point at the linebackers for their own issues, I don't think there's any issue with bringing up the secondary and potential moves with
it. Yeah. Malik Hooker, bench.
That's personnel changes. That's what I said in my statement.
He needs to be
benched. Why are you
trying
to gag order?
Donovan Wilson needs to be benched.
Because there has been no change except for Wanye Thomas for 4 plays.
And let's be honest, Wanye just got rotated in.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's just the beginning, right?
Shit. I mean, technically, their hands are kind of tied at corner right now because of health. But Kyrie Elam needs to take a seat.
True. Oh boy.
I hate to say it. In an ideal world, Diggs takes a seat, but that's not happening either.
Nah, I don't know about that Diggs statement.
We'll see how Bland comes back.
Seems like I'm being overruled. I just don't want to have a conversation every week about, bro, this defense is trash. We know that. We've known that since week 2. And until November, I'm not really interested in having that conversation over and over again.
I mean, all right, we won't try to focus on it, but no gag order here, because if it needs to be brought up, it'll be brought up.
It's not up to you, for you to decide. It's up to our...
All right, Rudy. So since you're not in favor of the gag order, what's new that you're going to bring to the table when it comes to talking about this atrocious defense? And it can't be talking about pass rush, Micah Parsons, blah 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 blah, like everybody else want to talk about.
Well, I mean, all right, if you want to go to personnel, you're bringing in Jadeveon Clowney so we can see what he brings. We have some players banged up. Kenny Clark, he should be all right, but the man was down for a little bit, and he's been a pretty big piece of your defensive lineup as far as stopping the run. Here's the thing. The reason you can't completely rule it out is because at the beginning of the year, we talked about the offense being in shootouts. Now that the offense is hampered, it's really on the defense to try to limit the amount of points that are scored on us. We can't completely ignore what they do because they're a pivotal part of every single game. So it should always be brought up if they're to blame in any game. I mean, Caleb Williams threw for 300 yards. We didn't expect that going into the game. None of you, Justin, you said Caleb Williams can't read a defense. I'm not saying he was Peyton Manning out there, but he put up 300 on you. So
he's still garbage.
Okay, Russell Wilson,
Malik Hooker, and Donovan Wilson aided the man, and Kyrie Elam aided the man with 2 of those big plays, just looking in the backfield for no reason. Made his life easy.
Yeah, we should bring that up because is that going to happen next week? It's possible.
Probably.
Yeah, because they're not being benched. They're not getting taken out of the game. So, like Ian said, until that changes, there's nothing to talk about.
Okay, so when we're talking about the predictions for next week's game, we're not going to talk about our defense at all.
I think all of us would allude to it's not going to go great because, number one, you don't have CeeDee Lamb. And then number 2, the defensive coordinator and the people that decide the lineups don't seem to be on the same page because it's not a matter. If it was a matter of, oh man, these dudes just cannot flat out play, then it's like, oh, well, there's nothing you can do. But oh my goodness, they on the flea flicker. Case in point, well, 2 touchdowns last week. Flea flicker.
Staring into the backfield.
I don't think that had anything to do with inability. That had all to do with mental.
Sure.
The DJ Moore touchdown had nothing to do with inability. Shit. What's his name? What was the defensive tackle spying Caleb Williams?
Sam Williams.
End. What's that?
Sam Williams.
Yeah. He was about to make the play. What's
Hooker doing?
Was that Hooker?
Yeah,
What's Hooker doing? Running up there like he trying to meet him at the goal line. Go find a man, my dude. You in the zone. Like, one player doing his job, the other player not doing his job. So until some accountability starts taking place, I ain't trying to hear about it.
No, but you just spoke on it for like 4 minutes. All I'm saying is it's impossible to talk about the Cowboys' past or future games without bringing up the defense.
No, because I think we all know they stink. So
yeah, that's my main thing. That was my initial point. Is like, bro, we're just gonna keep saying they're trash. They can't cover. They can't run the defense. There's that's a known quantity going into every week until otherwise, until it changes or the personnel changes. So what's the point of talking about it? It's mine.
All right, we'll attempt it, but I'm not allowing a gag order.
Once again, it's not your courtroom, but it seems like we are at. I don't know. We'll have to let the jury decide.
I'm gonna put what they call it, an injunction, where we extend it.
Sounds good to me.
Extend it 2 more weeks, but You got 2 more weeks, Rudy, and I think that gag order might still be delivered. I'll give you 2 more weeks to get your argument right, and then you can come
Okay.
back into my courtroom
All
talking
right.
about this doesn't need to happen. Because again,
Okay.
you started repeating some of the same points that we ain't trying to hear everybody else be saying all the time. It's like, yeah, no, duh, we know that already.
Well, okay.
Okay.
I mean, we
We got to move on.
though.
We got other things on the agenda. Okay, so to the first half, I think the Dallas team.
Bro, hold on, order. I will allow you to proceed, but let's be clear. You're not gonna approach the bench, please.
About what?
Prosecution.
You're
not gonna
over
try
here.
and make
He's
a
just doing
mockery
whatever
of
he
me in my
wants.
courtroom. I decide when we move on and when we proceed, but I'll allow it. I'll allow you to proceed. I just wanted to make that clear.
All right, thank you, Your Honor. I apologize. Okay. So, yeah, to the first half of the game, I think the team and the offense responded well after the CeeDee injury and the Javonte Williams fumble and the shock flea flicker. But the end of the half sequence by the offense was brutal, terrible, and considering last week, should be called out.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Is that an argument? Yeah. Look, we ran the ball
statement.
really well in response with the CeeDee injury, but I don't know. Like, there was a miscommunication between Pickens and Dak, so they're just not on the same page. I felt like we kept running play action, dump to Ferg a ton.
So there, Rudy, let me give you some context.
Sure.
And this is why I want to call it out, or at least it should be as heavily scrutinized. I mean, we just spent 4 minutes talking about the same thing on the defense, and can we not spend 4 minutes on the offense and how they're handling end of half situations? So with 4:15 remaining in the second quarter, the offense goes 3 and out. Then they use 2 timeouts on defense. Touchdowns given up, but we're not talking about defense. And then with the remaining 25 seconds, they run 1 play.
When Ferg can't get out of bounds.
Yeah, Ferg can. I mean, another thing is why is Dak throwing to him? But I mean, the timeout situation is kind of. I understand that. And then that's the best plays you guys can come up with in 25 seconds. Granted, the ball was kicked in play, so I think he had to run it out. I don't know the kickoff rules. So it was 18 seconds on the offense's first possession and the first play, and it runs out. I thought horrible, terrible. And the fact that you did it again, considering what happened last week, which I think they did go 3 and out, and then they didn't do anything. You just got to make it to midfield. Come on. So I feel like it should be discussed more.
Yeah. I mean, they absolutely need to be scrutinized for that. They also, was it this game or last game where they wasted a timeout on like, all right, it's a 4th down. We're at like their 30. Let's try to draw them off sides. All right, they didn't jump it. All right, let's call a timeout. And so you wasted that when you really could have used that towards the end of towards the end of the half. It feels very careless with your timeouts, and it doesn't seem like we have any game plan for moving the ball late. I felt like even in the Giants game, going into overtime, like we punted them a few times. Well, there was just no game plan to move the ball. I agree that is a big flaw in the shoddy game plan at the moment. They need to go over that little drill right there. 2-minute drill or whatever.
Right, you'll hear no disagreements from me because if I remember correctly, Dak got I swear, anytime you be playing that bum Dennis Allen, because it happened last year in New Orleans, you be letting that fool dictate more than the offense dictating the game, and just talking about all these players, I think they're blitzing, so let's run a screen to Ferg or a check down to Ferg because he's hot. I'm like, no, he's bluffing. How about we just hold the ball and see? Let's just see. Let's not just divert back to the Ferg dump off just because, in our mind, this is what it's supposed to be, and this is how we beat it. Considering that the last couple times you've gone up against his DC, he's gotten you in the same type of way every single time throughout the game. You get hot at the beginning of the game, and then he starts throwing in these wrinkles that, makes you overthink yourself. And that whole end of the half sequence, I felt like had his hands all over it because they literally did the same thing in the second half in the third quarter to just basically derail the offense's movement. And the fact that Javonte Williams' last carry came with 14 something to go in the third quarter, putrid.
All right. I like the way you ended your argument there. But Justin, you did bring up an interesting point, and I wanted to get into this later, but since you've already brought up Dak and the offense, is this more of like a thing, like a matchup that's predicated on Dennis Allen himself and his type of defense? Or is this a general thing with Dak playing it safe versus taking more risks?
I think it's a Dak thing. I think he be overthinking stuff sometimes, like because you know how Dak always trying to get everybody in the right spot to make the right play to make the the best thing going forward. When I don't know, like I hate to say this because I really don't know what the the correct answer is of like, okay, he should be doing this instead. But the fact that like every single DC that has some sort of exotic look, whether it be Dennis Allen or Vic Fangio not on the Eagles, that gets you to overthink these blitzes and gets you to, get the offense off script or fuck it. Here's the solution. How about instead of just these screens and dump offs to Ferguson, who ain't doing nothing with the ball after the catch, why don't we try something with a hot route to Turpin or something? Or shit, I'll even take at this point, a Hunter Lipke, something. Just something that's not Jake Ferguson.
I'd imagine you'll see that going forward. I do feel like some of the all right, just quick dump to Ferg is the idea that all right, CeeDee is gone. They know to focus in on Pickens. There was some pressure. Guyton like whiffed on a dude on the left side. Just that gets sacked. I think they were just trying to get the ball out of Dak's hands as fast as they could. I would expect next week Turpin to be involved a lot more in the game plan. But yeah, it felt like because the CeeDee injury, they were just playing it completely safe with just get it out as fast as we can.
And I guess the weird thing too is that we saw Dak could push it when he was on that, when he needed it to. So I guess that's kind of frustrating. I just wonder if Dak is thinking, punting the ball is a slow death, but a turnover here is automatic death with this defense. So I gotta, weigh my options here. So maybe we could get a stop if we punt, even if we do go out poorly, at least we could maybe flip the fields and try again. I just wondering if that's what he's thinking. And that's my only defense of him.
The suggestion of what can be different. Hey, how about we run the football?
Yeah.
How about we don't put ourselves, or how about the Cowboys don't put themselves in 3rd and 8 or 3rd and long to begin with, where they're blitzing, so I can't really hold the ball as long as I want to hold it to get the first down, so I gotta scheme up something that checks it down. Well, hey, if it's 3rd and 4, doesn't matter if you're blitzing or not. You have the fruits of your labor at your disposal. Just being whatever play that you want to pick is probably going to convert the first down, and it's probably going to beat the blitz. So, shoot. How about we prevent that from the jump? And, I know no more Miles Sanders. No more Miles Sanders. I'm sorry. This isn't a Jaden Blue thing. This is clearly Javonte Williams is not capable of having 20 carries a game, is what you're telling me. By not getting him the ball throughout that Chicago Bears game. If he's not capable of 20 carries a game, then how about we get a back in there that isn't going to light carries on fire? I'll even take Hunter Lipke. I'll even take that. Miles Sanders does nothing for me carrying the ball. So how about we put in, especially with no CD, we keep talking about no CD the rest of the way for the next month probably. How about we lean on this run game, and by leaning on this run game, whether it be Lipke or Blue, we get the proper supplementary back in there that isn't going to just light carries on fire.
Yeah. I think that's definitely going to have to be the game plan going forward. And I think you're going to see more handoffs to Turpin, whether it be an end around or whatever. I feel like he's going to be more involved in the run game as well.
Speaking of things that should be a part of the game plan going forward, after halftime, Shoddy should have considered all 4 downs for his offense, and he needs to do this more often going forward.
I mean, you'll have to remind me. Were there chances where we should have gone for it and chose to either punt or go for a field goal?
I mean, yeah, we kicked 2 field goals in the first half, and I think we punted.
But was it like
in the third
close,
quarter,
like 4th and like 2
Well,
situation?
the situation, I guess, what I'm saying is here, if you're sacked, let's say like the possession out of halftime, if you're sacked and it's 3rd and 15 or 20, I don't know. I think it might have been 3rd and 15. How about we get a play that shortens it for 4th down? And I don't care what side of the field we are on, but we're definitely going to need to start, we can't keep kicking the ball away to get the defense out there because they're just going to give up points. Same thing with the field goal. I don't know what the down and distance was on that 3rd down to 4th down, but let's start thinking about we're using 4 downs to move the ball. We're not stopping at 3.
I mean, yeah, you're going to have to be more aggressive. I know we said we're not going to talk about the defense, but they are going to allow a fair amount of points every single game. So, yeah, settling for 3 as automatic as Aubrey is. From great lengths, you need 6. So, yeah, you need to be much more aggressive going forward.
I would disagree with that in the sense of depends on what the situation is. Out of the half, still a 10-point game. Can't ask the defense to hold them to a field goal at that point. That's asking too much.
I was told not to talk about that.
So, yeah, I feel like in that situation, it was asking too much, Justin. Out of halftime.
Well, I mean, I kind of feel like you explained your argument against it, though, considering that it was didn't Dak get sacked on 2nd down that drive?
Yeah, but it was like 3rd and 15. I'm saying, like, why don't we pick up a 7? I think he did a dump off. Why don't we plan for it to be like 3rd and 8, and then we go for it on 4th down.
Well, again, I mean, I just don't think they had a game plan for what to do when CeeDee's gone. I think that it almost feels like he's the only receiver you trusted to run multiple routes on the route tree. And again, there was miscommunications between George and Dak. And, we used Turpin too scarcely, so it was always going to be dump-offs to Ferg. We definitely had no kind of game plan to involve anyone else. There's a little bit of Tolbert, but, I mean, we've seen enough of him the last year. He got some touchdowns, but he ain't really that dynamic either. I don't know, man. It's just it felt like we didn't trust anyone else offensively in a pinch.
All right, I have one more thing about George Pickens' interception, but it's not, I don't know. I'll just read it. Not running in the on the goal line in the 4th quarter was worse than the Pickens interception.
Yeah, you had 3rd and 4th down to do that. You were 1 yard away, and we've talked about how effective Javonte's been. That's on Shoddy, though. Like, that's so stupid. I don't know why you don't hand it off once, especially when you know you're going to go for it on 4th if you don't get it. That was a poor play calling, and of course the execution was.
Yeah, I would also say I guess part of the statement too was it was a poor quarterback and offensive play calling failure, while the Pickens was just like a oopsie daisy failure. So I feel like, in kind of how Rudy said, mental and execution failure on the 4th down or the goal line situation. So.
Yeah, I agree. Especially since what time are you saving by putting the ball in the air?
Yeah. All right. And then finally, looking forward in week 4, there's not much to look forward to, in my opinion, or to hope for, except for maybe defensive personnel changes, as we already discussed ad nauseum, and George Pickens' play to improve and maybe step up some.
Well, I think the best way you're going to help Pickens again is, we've talked about it earlier, is leaning on the run, but also you need to involve Turpin much more heavily this upcoming week. You can't rely on just dumps to Ferg and then try to hit George on a 3rd down. The the most effective George can be is when the defense doesn't know that, all right, we can just double him. They need to stack boxes if Javonte is going hard. And Terp, of course. So, I feel like I'm repeating myself, but you're going to have to vary your offense compared to what we saw last week.
Yeah, I'm not very optimistic for either of those outcomes. I don't think Eberflus is changing personnel, which is why he probably needs to go. And I don't know if Dak and Pickens are on the – well, I don't know. I just don't think – I think we've seen the movie of George Pickens as wide receiver 1 in Pittsburgh the last 4 years, which, I mean, it has its moments, but it ain't consistent. So why is this week going to be the week is all I'm saying. Gentlemen, I that was my mistake for breaking court early. There's still one matter to discuss, and I think it's on the minds of all NFL fans since this past offseason, where the criminals, aka the owners of the NFL, decided not to ban the tush push. And I'm not gonna get in a big diatribe of Is it a play that everybody can do? Is the Eagles just that much better at it? Blah, 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 blah. We're not debating Philly here. What we're debating here and what I'm ordering in this court session is that the tush push has got to go for the mere fact that these officials don't have a single clue how to officiate it. How on earth does we make a stink about it to the entire league? The entire league, it says, you know what, NFL fans, NFL teams and NFL coaches that are crying, we will watch for it. We will officiate for it. We will watch that false start that y'all all saw on national TV against the Chiefs. Lo and behold, what do the Eagles do again? They false start twice and it's not called. Well, forget the Eagles. Let's go to New Orleans, or I think this game was who did New Orleans play? The Seahawks?
Yeah, Seahawks, yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry. This game was in Seattle. Take a guess what happens there. The aforementioned Saints try to run a tush push, and you know what? Explain to me. Explain. I ain't even trying to hear, oh, well, maybe the Eagles just do it better than everybody else. Blah, 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 blah. No, I ain't trying to hear none of that. Puff pass that after this whole 3-week hubbubaloo, we need this ban first thing come March when the owners meet this year or next year.
Man, I'm going to be honest. When the talk of a ban of the play was coming around in the offseason, I was against it, but Justin, you're right. The officiating has been atrocious. You have to ban this. I am puffing on that, Justin, big time.
Woo. Pause, but
Okay, I feel like we started off in the courtroom and then somehow that slowly morphed into a stained-up sofa as we're all sitting on a couch in a circle. But nevertheless, I take your point, and I will also puff that or order my county to put a bounty on all those referees.
Let them know about the dangers of the tush push and what it's doing to the
communities around the NFL.
In America.
The NFL knows it too. Like 1,000 videos of NFL games are posted on Twitter. They never bring them down for copyright. People kept recirculating the. First of all, they're offside as well, or it's an illegal formation half the time, and then you also have the false start that's not being called. NFL called copyright. Pulled it all down. They know what they're doing. It's shameful. Get rid of it.
Your Honor.
I wanted a defender, and this is my last point on it. Instead of, rearing up, talking about I'm a submarine, get up underneath. I need you, Jared Verse. I need you to be like, look at this. He's offsides right now, pointing at the ref, making them call it until it gets done. Because I'm tired. Make a scene. Sean McVay, what are you doing? How about you get in the ref's ear right when they're lining up on the sideline and say, hey, you gonna call that? You gonna call that? Do you not see it right there? I need all 31 coaches that are not the Eagles to go up on the sidelines. We all know when they're going to pull it out. It's not like a matter of, well, shit, I guess they just got us on the hurry up. Everyone knows when the play is getting lined up. I need you, NFL head coach, on the ref's hip pocket, just like a cornerback, in his ear or her ear, talking about, look for it. Look for that false start. Look for that offsides. And I rest my case after that.
Your Honor, how far are you willing to go if it allows AI or other type of technology into the game to stop it? Will you allow that?
You're saying if we implement AI to
I don't know, electronics, or it's a reviewable, I don't know, a reviewable play, or the automatic false start is generated because of this stupid play.
Sometimes when we have to defeat evil, we often have to put our biases aside. And this might be the case in this matter.
All right. Well, here to that. And I'll definitely be puffing on all that too. Is there something else you wanted to get to, Justin, regarding I'll
get to that, but I'll let you go. I'll pass it to you real quick. How about you tell me what you smoking on for a second?
All right. Well, I'm still puffing that the Lions ain't gonna make the playoffs, and I might have to say that the Ravens are kind of stinky as a case in point, because I've been told that going into Baltimore and getting the W on the road was a great win for the Lions, but I'm still hesitant on the Lions train. And I just think the Ravens are some Reggie, and the Lions Diesel ain't what it all is to be. So I'm puffing on Lions still not that good, and Ravens are kind of trash. So anybody want to take a hit of that?
Ooh. Well, that's twofold. See, half your statement I puff on. The other half, I got to pass. I mean, the Ravens, we've said it for the last 4 years. They know how to lose a game unlike anyone else. And what is with Derrick Henry not being able to hold on to the ball to save his life? That team, they're ass right now. They're defensively a nightmare.
That proves my point, sir.
But the other half of your point was Detroit trash. And that's where I got to pass. Their weapons are still great. I'm not giving all the credit to Ben Johnson. They went on the road, got that dub, and as much as I just trashed the Ravens, they earned that. They earned it in the mud. So, no, I'm not going to allow you to say Lions trash.
How come we don't talk about the Ravens defense just as bad as the Cowboys defense? If I'm not mistaken, statistically, they're worse.
I mean, wasn't it Josh Allen that put up numbers, not Caleb Williams and Russell Wilson?
I'm just saying, 3-week sample size. I want the
not
same.
Not all teams
smoke.
are created equal.
Yeah, they just got better PR. The Ravens are going nowhere. I'll puff on that, Ian, because how you in a dogfight with this dog water team, aka the Ravens, that be making the most mental errors I've ever seen of any team. And yet they still had a shot in the game. Not to be like that type of person, but I'm going to have to wait and see on these Lions. I'm still not proclaiming on the rooftop that they're back just like everybody else.
No, that running game, Montgomery and Gibbs.
Hey, this smells like fantasy football talk to me. So
no, you watched them play. No. You watched the game.
You saw them
gash them up the middle. Don't fantasy football talk me.
They said Montgomery and Gibbs got me fantasy points. The Lions are great. No. Let's crown them again. Like
no, not fantasy related at all. Them boys in real life whipped ass.
That's okay. That's
whipped
all
ass
good.
On ass, which is the Ravens. So not a quality win. And
both of those teams ain't real contenders. They're just jokes, quite honestly. And don't come at me talking about, the Cowboys are currently a joke right now too, with all due respect. So we can all laugh together. Speaking of together, I hope y'all all join me in this sesh right here. Jordan Love, since we're talking about contenders, about the Packers. Oh my gosh, they're the biggest contender ever. They got the best defense in the world. Micah Parsons, Micah. Jordan Love is going to make whoever that GM is in Green Bay is going to make him regret even signing for this contract, just because how inconsistent and detrimental this man is to the bottom line that is the Packers football.
So what am I puffing? Jordan Love being
Jordan
booty?
Love is going to be the catalyst of why that team continues to go nowhere,
Yeah, I'll definitely puff on that.
like he was
puff
on
on
Sunday.
It was kind of interesting how you started with the defense.
Why'd you even bring up the defense when?
Oh, I'm just talking about what the narrative around the team is.
It's because Rudy, he's hit the the gas a little too much, so he's kind of just ranting right now. He's ranting a little bit, but nevertheless, Justin, I see your point, sir, and I'll definitely puff it on that. But Jordan Love is a detriment.
Yeah, he's a walking headache. Honestly, like every time Green Bay is in a tight game, it is because Jordan Love is underperforming. Granted, this past week, hella pressure from Myles Garrett. Not enough of an excuse, especially with the number of weapons that he has there at his disposal. Jordan Love, well, hey, man, it's not bad. Jordan Love is definitely the reason they're not getting better enough.
They say, what is it called? How's the phrase go? Jack of all trades, master of one, or master of none. The AKA the Green Bay receiver room.
I think that phrase applies to one person.
Nobody should be scared of anything
people
that resides in the Green Bay receiving room. I'm sorry.
No, it's not that you fear one individual person. It's just that it could go to numerous people on any play, so you can't key in on to any one player.
They're all okay. Like, let's be honest.
They're solid. Yeah,
they're all okay receivers.
Here's the thing, and it feeds into your puff pass, is that they do their job. It's just they can't always get fed when Jordan Love is the one throwing the ball. So yeah, he's a detriment to what they have going.
The Green Bay loss to Cleveland was worse than the Cowboys getting smacked by Chicago, in my opinion. Definitely puffing on
especially
that.
with how it ended. I will agree with that.
A total
I hate when
collapse.
people always relate things back to the Cowboys, but here y'all are always relating things.
Well,
back
because
to the
we all agree that was a terrible loss, right?
It was a horrendous loss.
So that's the only reason why.
But there's
For
no need to bring up the
your
Cowboys.
quarterback, who I was told, Rudy, was the next great one, and he's gonna. He turned 27 just like Aaron Rodgers and Brett Favre when they won Super Bowls, and he has his all-star defense, blah 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 blah. And for him, and I'm saying the Browns did absolutely nothing the entire game, and that man said, "I got you," threw it right to the defender, and the defender takes it all the way to the goal to the 5, and the Rams have no choice but to. The Browns have no choice but to score. And then on top of that, how you gonna get a field goal blocked at the end of or by the close to you do everything that you can to ice the game, you get your field goal blocked, and then Flacco and the boys come and get their own. Very smelly, in my opinion.
Yeah, big beat though. No love here.
Let me bring this one home, fellas. All right. I hate to bring it back to the Cowboys, Rudy, but you made me do this. Who's gonna puff on this? That the game against Carolina for the Cowboys will be tougher than the game against the Broncos, who are both teams are 1-2, but the Broncos are far stinkier than Carolina, especially after Carolina's nice waxing of Atlanta, fellas.
I'm passing on that because Michael Penix is a joke.
I'm saying
the
no
Falcons
to
are
peer
a
pressure,
joke.
bud. No to peer pressure. Don't
All right,
even
chill
bring that
out.
around me.
Rudy Reagan, just say no, looking ass. But
How dare you?
yeah, I don't know, Justin. Michael Penix may not be ass. They just had a bad day at the office.
Oh, okay.
Dog. Ian,
That man got
that's a
zero
very
swag. I don't know why
rash
you'd be
roll-up.
caping for him.
But I still think the Broncos being 1-2 and Bo Nix having a stinky passing or stat line is going way under the radar. No matter
That's
how
because
much.
it's AFC football. Ain't nobody care about that mid. We already
here's the
know that's
thing,
Reggie.
too. It's not like Bo Nix really led them last year either. Like, no. It's
Well, who
not
got
all
all the
on one
attention?
man.
That
Don't
man,
fall
Bo
for
Nix.
that quarterback
I'll
makes
agree
the
with
team
the
narrative.
campaign, Ian. I'll agree with the Bo Nix campaign needs to be coming to the light. But
I know I'm all over the map
We've
on
all
this
been
one,
on
but
that side. But no. The Broncos are a defensive-sided team, in my opinion. Like that's.
I just want to bring some attention to it.
Okay, but the Panthers.
you know what?
dog?
I'll take a half a puff. I won't take the full puff. I'll take a half a puff if it means we get to rip Bo Nix and I get to rip some AFC football. Yes,
We've said Bo Nix 9 times. Why have y'all not once said Bryce Young? The team you're caping for now apparently is the Panthers.
Oh, no.
And you want
Rudy,
to talk about bad football? Let's talk about the NFC South. What are we doing here? No, we're not defending the Panthers to spite the Broncos. Like,
who
let's be
said
objective
that?
a little.
I said I'll take a half a hit.
Ian's hit is that the Broncos game is going to be easier than the Panthers. That's his direct statement.
I just had to get a jab in on Bo Nix. That's all I had to do.
Now, all right, let's talk about Bryce Young then.
Not good.
Okay, all right.
We
all
know
right.
this.
Okay.
Still a tougher op than Bo Nix.
Oh, I don't
Get
know
outta
about
here.
all that one.
No, he's not, no.
I think they're both equally as.
Rudy, you need to
mid.
relax here.
Ian, I'm calling the cops. I'm not allowing that to be a.
Wow, Rudy Reagan strikes again. Twice this man Reagan is making an appearance in the form of Rudy Guerra.
So Ian, he holds allegiances to Bryce Young. I don't get what strain Bryce Young be selling to all these media members, but
I'm not defending Bryce Young at all.
you said I can't believe we're dodging the Panthers, the dog on the Broncos. How about we dog on
We
both?
should run over the Panthers.
All right, well, this circle should probably come to a close because somebody called the cops looking at this
Whoop, whoop.
undercover looking ass. So let's get on out of here, fellas, and hopefully we'll be around for the next segment.
And it's time for everyone's favorite segment, the Pick'ems. Ian, why don't you tell us how we did last week?
Well, Rudy, I'll be happy to report to you that you were not last because that belongs to your boy with 7 wins, and you were not second to last because that belongs to Justin, who had 8 wins. You were in fact third to last, which is actually first with 8 wins. Plus, you got your field goal, so that brings your total to 11 points. So, if we look at the standings, I am trailing in third place still with 22. Justin, you are in second with 25. And Rudy, you are first with a healthy lead of 31 points. Back to you, sir.
Oh, baby, I do this. And I'm going to go ahead and increase that lead. We're going to start with Thursday Night Football. We have a divisional matchup. The Seahawks are traveling to Arizona, taking on the Cardinals, where the hometown Cardinals are given 1.5 points. While I think it's going to be a pretty good game, go ahead and give me the Seahawks to cover that.
Give me Seattle as well.
I will take the home Cardinals.
All right, moving to Sunday. Justin, you might know the location. This one I do not, but the game's at 8:30, so I assume Europe.
It's
the Vikings,
Germany.
Germany. All right, so get your bratwurst ready. We have the Vikings and the Steelers. Spread in that game is Steelers plus 2.5, and I'm gonna roll with the Vikings.
Give me the. That man got Ian, does he have an agenda against the Vikings? Former division foe?
Yeah, I don't think we have to search too hard for that one.
Give me A-Rod and the Steelers.
Oh my God! When are you gonna give them up? It's a bad relationship you have.
I mean, Justin makes a good point, but I don't think I can go against the Vikings right now.
Oh,
so
you
I would
riding
take
with
the
Wentz?
Vikings. I guess so. I'm riding with Jetta and the defense. How about that?
All right, moving on. We have the Eagles and the Buccaneers in Tampa. Spread in that game is Tampa plus 3.5. I'll go ahead and roll with Tampa in that one.
That fraud Baker Mayfield good for nothing. So I guess I gotta take Philly.
The Eagles.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say, Justin, is this a worst case scenario where the Eagles finally drop a game, but it's at the expense
But it's against
of
Tampa Bay?
Yeah,
Yes.
Tampa Bay, and then the Tampa Bay PR takes off, and we're just left to wonder. Damn. I think the Bucks.
No Mike Evans, though.
Oh, thank you, Rudy, for that. Yeah, give me the Eagles, I guess.
All right, I'm stealing one from them, folks.
Well, Rudy, I hope
moving
you're
on.
right, because
Don't worry, I always am. Moving on to maybe the largest spread I've seen in our time recording. The Saints and the Bills in Buffalo. Saints are given 15.5 points.
Wow.
2 touchdowns off the rip. And I'm still going to say that's not enough. Give me the Bills. That's so many points, dude.
You
That's
mean
ridiculous.
New Orleans?
That's fair. I can't even follow you on that.
Well, you said that's not enough. You give me the Bills. So, like, you think the Bills are going to cover that?
I think the Bills will, but I'm just saying that's so many points, man.
Give me
So I
New
can't
Orleans.
blame
All right, give me New Orleans to cover.
Can Kellen Moore right the ship? Absolutely not. Give me the Bills.
All right, moving on.
Respectfully.
We have the Panthers traveling to Foxborough, taking on the Patriots. The Panthers will be given 5.5 points in that game, and I am going to roll with them. Panthers, keeping the momentum moving.
Y'all's fellow Latino is returning to the lineup in Christian Gonzalez. So I think Mike Vrabel gonna scheme something up nice for Bryce Young. So give me the Patriots.
Yes, sir. Give me the Pats.
That's fair. That's fair.
Why are you making a face?
Me?
y'all claiming Pacheco, but I can't have y'all claim Christian.
No, you didn't hear nothing.
I didn't make a face
from
at
me.
that. I was just trying to read my screen.
Rudy Reagan
the
makes
Command-
a third appearance in another segment with that face regarding Gonzalez.
The Commanders are traveling to Hotlanta, taking on the Falcons, where the Falcons will be given 1.5 points. Give me the Comanches on that one.
Mariota doesn't strike twice in a season. Give me Atlanta.
Couldn't said it better myself. Give me Hotlanta.
All right, this is either going to be a really good week for me or a devastating one. I don't think we picked the same team once. The Browns are traveling to Detroit, taking on the Lions, where the Browns will be given 9.5 points. After that performance, I don't see Brown Lightning striking twice. Give me the Lions.
Let's trot out the field goal kicker and give me the Browns to cover. Let's see what they do against. Let's see what these revamped Lions do against this Browns defense.
I like your thinking, Justin. I too will take the Browns.
Dude, this is going to be a devastating week for either me or y'all. Jesus Christ. The Titans traveling to Houston, taking on the Texans. Tennessee is going to be given 7 points in that game. I don't think it's enough. Give me Houston.
Give me the Titans. The Texans are in a horrible way.
Yeah, I guess I'll take the Titans as well.
Did you see Ian? Did you see Gardner Johnson call out our boy?
Stroud?
No. Man, no. Pads popping.
Oh, he called out Petrie?
Allegedly, because you know how you got released.
Yeah.
So it was a tiff about talking about somebody's contract in the room.
Wow.
Interesting. Anyway, Chargers traveling to the Meadowlands, taking on the Giants, where the Giants will be given 6.5 points. I'm taking the Chargers, and I'm trotting out the kicker. Cam Dicker's going to nail this one for me. Chargers. Kush.
I agree. Give me the Chargers as well.
Yep. Chargers.
All right. Moving on to the 3 o'clock window, we've got the Jags and the Niners. Jacksonville will be given 3.5 points. And I'm going to roll with them as well. Give me the Jags.
Still give me the 49ers.
Who's the coach for the Jags?
Tampa Bay, dude.
Liam
Cohen. Or whatever his name is.
I will take the Niners.
All right. Moving on, we've got the Colts traveling to L.A., taking on the Rams. The Colts will be given 3.5 points in that one, and I will be taking those road points as well. Give me the Colts.
Give me the Rams.
Yep, give me the Rams.
All right. Moving on, we've got the Bears and the Raiders in Vegas. Spread in that game is all over the place, but we will call it 1 point towards Chicago. And I'm going to roll with Chicago.
Give me the Raiders.
Yeah, Raiders. I will take the Bears.
All right. Moving on. We've got the Ravens traveling to Kansas City, taking on the Chiefs, where the Chiefs will be given 2.5 points at home. Knowing the silliness of the Ravens, I will be rolling with the Chiefs.
Yeah, give me KC as well.
Not so fast, my friends. Sorry. I will take the Ravens just because.
All right.
All right, Lee. Damn.
All right, we've got the Packers coming to Dallas on Sunday Night Football, taking on the Cowboys. Dallas will be given 6.5 points. I will take the Packers.
Give me the Pack.
Go, Pack, go.
All right. In the first Monday night matchup, we've got the Jets and the Dolphins in
They're
a
doing this
thriller. Yep.
Oh,
And the spread in that one is Jets plus 2.5. I'm going to go ahead and take the Jets in that one.
give me the Dolphins.
Yeah, I will take the Dolphins as well.
All right. Putting money on Tua. That's a mighty bold decision.
Not a single second of that game will be watched by yours truly. So,
yeah, it's going to be some pretty unwatchable stuff. Anyway, the second game, we've got Jake Browning and the Bengals traveling to Denver, taking on the Broncos, where the Bengals will be given 7.5 points. Give me Bo Nix and the Broncos.
You know what? I think Jamar Chase makes a statement and shuts up all this PS2 talk and goes off. Give me the Bengals.
I will take the Broncos.
All right. Ian, did you take a field goal kick in this segment?
No, I did not. So I guess I will be taking my field goal back to Foxborough, and I'll take the Patriots to cover.
All right. Sounds like I killed y'all this week. Hate to say it, but it's just the way of the world.
Yeah, we'll be all right. Anything else?
Nah.
All right, let's get out of here.